lane. Or maybe not. Honestly, this might be a 2-1-2. But we see all 5 heroes running together into the top lane. But no, Torturer is breaking away. This actually, now that I think about it, aggressive tri-lane with a solo top Deadwood. Yeah, this is what's going to take place. Educate me, guys. This is the aggro tri-lane, the triple stun. Going to try and shut down what's going down in the bottom lane rather. Nymphora and Monkey King likely going to be the 2 that are in the bottom lane, but no, we actually see Kraken rotating down, so it could be Nymphora and Monkey King, and so this could just be a really nice little heads up lane swap here that could save them a lot of trouble, because I think Nymphora would not have a good time in the bottom lane. If Nymphora goes, nope. And we're going to have an aggressive Ophelia. What a hard draft to read. But yeah, now we're starting to settle in. It is going to be Lord Salforos versus Pebbles in the mid lane. Strength versus strength. We'll see exactly how Pebbles is able to stand up to Salforos. Salforos, a pretty frustrating hero to be able to lane against for almost every hero in the pool. This hero just feels like it's immortal in the hands of a good player, not able to ever push it out of lane. So we'll see if Pebbles can have a decent time. It is Sate on Pebbles. It's kind of one of his signature mid heroes, so I imagine he'll be having a pretty good time. And it's going to be a solo top Deadwood versus Monkey King and Nymphora, so Deadwood is going to need to be very, very careful in this top lane, especially with Ophelia in the mix. But Ophelia realizes that this creep camp is countered or blocked, and he tries to counter it, but actually isn't able to spot the Ward of Sight. So a nicely placed Ward of Sight by Geomancer to avoid the aggressive Ophelia camp there. And Kraken having to play extremely careful in the bottom lane. We see a port coming out from Magnus going into the top lane to assist Deadwood. So it's now going to be a 2-1-2 for the Hellborn side. Rotten Grasp is going to miss on Nymphora. And it's going to be a free farming Torturer in the bottom lane. Kraken able to charge Geomancer away from Torturer, get a little bit of damage in. Very, very slow going in this game. But it is only 1 minute in, of course. Now the real thing that we have to watch out for is Ophelia here in the mid lane, who actually is flanking behind the Lord Salforos. Just going to wait patiently here with his Skeleton King that he has in his hands. We have a level 3 Pebbles. He's got the Lunar Tear. He's going to have enough mana for both spells. And here it comes. This could be the Bloodlust kill here on Salforos in the mid lane. The Pebbles combo comes out, and the flank from Ophelia is going to secure that Bloodlust kill for Pebbles. And that is going to be a very, very big momentum swing for the mid lane. But Monkey King in a little bit of trouble here, but the pod stun is actually going to put Deadwood in trouble. And now it's Monkey King putting the assault on Magnus. Magnus could potentially go for the... No, he is not going to try and make the return kill on Monkey King, but Magnus has to be careful here. He's going to Lunar Tear. He's going to have the stun available to him. He is going to Larva Surge through 2, but the Skeleton Grip is going to catch him, and he is going to fall to Ophelia. So Ophelia already making his presence felt in 2 lanes, giving his team a steep advantage early on in the game. This one, if Ophelia keeps doing work like this, as we know that hero can, this could be one of our faster matches in comparison to what we saw last game. Monkey King very, very low HP, but feeling confident because I guess he has the pod behind him, but mana, there is no mana on Nymphora. He's trying to mana up. Geomancer trying to protect against the Ophelia gank, but he's going to run into Ophelia, forced to dig away. And it's a 1v1 Torture versus Kraken in the bottom lane. But Sate on Pebbles with 400 GPM, the exact kind of start that you want for your Pebbles game. Has a bottle and is bottle in his invis, and invis in his bottle. Geomancer trying to secure the top rune. We have Ophelia wandering over towards the top lane. It's a 3v3 here, brewing in the top lane. Kraken gets a little bit low, but there's a Lava Surge on Monkey King. The Rotten Grasp is going to connect, but the pod brings him all the way back up to half HP, but he is going to end up falling. But Geomancer going to get gone on and finished out by Ophelia. Now it's Deadwood who's under attack. The Deadwood is going to be able to escape down into the river, so in the end it's a 1-for-1. And Pebbles is going to be able to pick up this regen rune in the bottom lane. So this, Pebbles finishes his power supply, has it coming out here. Pebbles probably going to be going a very standard route of Steam Boots into PK. And Ophelia, level 3, did a lot of work, but slightly under-leveled from all the roaming. Just going to go ahead and make his way into his own jungle at this point. And farm up a little bit, and potentially catch out Snark on Torture in the wrong position. As Snark is pushing very aggressively onto the tier 1 bot tower without boots. Now, if he's probably paying attention to the map, so he's going to see Ophelia wandering over here under his ward, but he is very slow. And he's actually not reacting. This could be a dead Torture. The Torrent has been thrown. He is going to be falling very, very quickly with the Nature's Wrath applied to him, and he is going to fall. Magnus tries to connect a Lava Surge onto Nymphora on the top lane, isn't going to be able to connect it. Now Nymphora laying in some auto attacks. Just poking, poking, poking. Monkey King needs to be careful a little bit. Very aggressively dashes into Magnus for some damage. Got 3 disables down here, up here in the top lane. It feels like they should be going on Monkey King, but yep, there it is. The Lava Surge, Rotten Grass coming out on Monkey King. He's able to evade the Rotten Grass with like a quick elusive dash out of it. That elusive dash was everything. Torture putting some heavy damage onto Kraken, but Kraken is going to charge him into the wall. Is he going to be able to... Not enough mana for release the Kraken, just shy, about 20 mana. So that's going to be a nice kill for Torture. Getting that return kill, but Monkey King getting pressured, but that pod just healing him for so much. They cannot seem to drop Monkey King through this Nymphora support, even having 3 heroes for lockdown. Salforus just trying to make a stand against Pebbles here in the mid lane. Monkey King playing very aggressively. Torture finishes his mana boots. And Magnus getting pressured by Monkey King, but it's Nymphora who's taking a lot of pressure. But Magnus is going to fall to the Monkey King combo, but Nymphora tries to live, isn't able to. Monkey King with a fully charged mana battery is going to make a go at Geomancer, but now he needs to be very careful because he just got the Undying thrown on him by Lord Salforus, who finishes him off with the dot damage plus the log throw. But in meantime, in the middle lane, Ophelia is putting pressure on the mid tier 2 tower, tier 1 tower rather. It's Pebbles and Ophelia putting a lot of pressure on this tower. This could be the wave that gets it. Magnus is here, but he doesn't have his ulti. Thinking about making some sort of stun play for a deny, but too risky. They are going to see Salforus. Pebbles going to throw down a Stalagmite stun. Nope, he throws the Minotaur, gets the stun combo off. Lava Surge on Magnus is going to stun an illusion there. And Salforus actually is going to end up falling, but it's Torture here chasing with Impalement. Torture forced to take the defensive path, not able to push forward. So they get the South Forest and the mid-tier 1 tower for nothing. And Monkey King finds a kill in the meantime on Geomancer in the top lane. So it's time, and we look at a couple of these items. We have some finished plated Greaves on South Forest. We almost have a finished portal key on Pebbles. This is a really, really early portal key on Pebbles. You know, he's going to be finishing this probably around the 11-minute mark if he's able to maintain his current GPM count. And we have a port on Pebbles. Where is this port going? The Nymphora Pebbles port is behind Deadwood in the top lane. Geomancer's here. The Stalagmites is not going to connect. Monkey King starts the combo out on Deadwood. Deadwood has the ulti up, but he's not. Is he going to be able to get it off? No, he's not going to be able to get it off. And Geomancer getting pursued by Pebbles, who has Chuck up in 2 seconds. Is Geomancer going to be... Wow! The self-toss. Monkey King tosses, but the Lava Surge connect onto 2 heroes, but it doesn't matter. They just had all the firepower. Torture is now covering, going after Pebbles. Pebbles is very, very low, but Ophelia is here. Magnus Lava Surges in extremely aggressively, ends up falling. So this is a 3 hero kill lead for Busk no GG. Look at the gold and experience advantage, guys. 5,000 gold, 3,000 experience. Deadwood is going to fall. That is the 4th kill for Busk no GG here in the top lane. Are they going to be able to find a kill on Monkey King? No, their numbers are just too superior right now. 4 heroes. South Forest is trying to find it. Monkey King is probably dead to the South Forest ulti, so they get something back for those 4 hero kills. But all that said and done, things are going extremely well in favor of the Legion. We have a finished portal key on Pebbles, just finished it in the jungle. Monkey King with a 5-charge Brass Knuckles and Ghost Marchers. He's got a pretty devastating combo at the moment. Nymphora trying to find a stun on South Forest. The Lava Surge eruption is imminent on Magnus, finds its way onto Ophelia. A quick kill with the Morse Certissima. Meanwhile, we find a kill in the mid lane with Pebbles utilizing that surprise portal key. Kraken uses the release the Kraken, forcing Magnus away. Looks like this is the end of the fight unless Pebbles makes a jump. But it's just going to go wander back to the middle lane. Uh-oh, Nymphora slightly out of position. Nope. It's going to juke into the trees and port out. Now it's time for the tower push, or the flank. Kraken's getting out. And the tower push.
The Legion have destroyed.
Meanwhile, we have a tier 1 tower dropped in the bottom lane by Monkey King. Interested to see exactly what item path Monkey King goes. I'm sure he's going to start it out with a light brand, as most people do these days. Pebbles going to get scouted out by Geomancer, but it looks like he doesn't know that Geomancer's there. Is he going to be able to combo? Just a misplaced Pebbles combo. Isn't actually able to finish off this Magnus, but is he going to pop haste and chase after him? No, he's not. Slight misplay, I believe. Not able to get those 2 abilities together. Sometimes it happens if your hero is just not turned the right way. So a little bit of a disappointment for Sate, but not a problem. He's going to burn his haste and go into the top lane. And Torture, being the position 1, is only at 270 GPM, but you know, this is one of those heroes that actually is able to recover quite nicely, just because its kit is very strong. But Deadwood, I missed the kill, but he just got deleted by Pebbles and Kraken in the top lane. And I'm sure they're going to be making a tier 1 tower push here. This Ophelia is wandering towards the tower with a triplet of creeps. Monkey King is keeping things together for No Busk GG in the middle lane. Yeah, this is a really tough position for Backdoor Protocol to be in, but Lava Surge is going to find its way onto Nymphora. Very aggressively ported. The Nymphora Zeal is going to miss. Release the Kraken coming out on Torture. Torture not able to escape. 2 quick kills onto Magnus and Torturer. And Ophelia is making his way, working on this top tier 2 tower. The rest of the team is imminent. And the top tier 2 tower falls. It's a 13k gold lead 14 minutes into this match. 13,000. That is huge. At this stage of the game, 13,000 gold is so much. We have a portal key on Kraken now. Astrolabe finished on Ophelia. Magnus taking a lot of pressure from Kraken. Now it's Torture who's getting Ophelia comboed. Kraken gonna just Torture in the wrong position. Just gets dropped. It looks like they are planning on going tier 3 here. They feel like they have the tools at their disposal to be able to take this out. Between Nymphora and Ophelia, they have a really, really strong push. This tier 3 tower is dropping so fast. If they get this early on in the game, it's going to be a near insurmountable comeback that Backdoor Protocol would have to pull off. And they're still here. Everything is up except Release the Kraken and Ophelia's ulti. The combo quickly drops Geomancer from Pebbles. South Forest, a double Lava Surge. Falcon Punch onto Kraken. The pod trying to save. The Eruption does end up going off. Monkey King tried to cancel it, but unfortunately the Vault doesn't cancel it. A double combo onto South Forest and Torture. Monkey King going to town, but getting quite low himself, trying to find that last auto attack on South Forest, able to get it with the elusive dash. Is he going to be able to escape? Yes, he is going to be able to escape. So his entire team died. So that is a bit of what they needed. Last time I checked, it was still a 13k gold lead, but they got a tier 3 tower after I mentioned the gold lead, so it was pulled back just a little bit. Those 4 deaths were pretty substantial. Backdoor Protocol needed that, but watch out, Snark. They're not done yet. They're porting on you with Kraken, and then for Snark is dead in the top lane on Tort. Already back. That's what I was mentioning with Nymphora. Always just have to be aware that if Nymphora is alive, that port potential is always there if you don't know that it's on cooldown or not. So I imagine that Ophelia is just looking for 3 creeps to find that are suitable to take into the top lane again. There is no portal key on Magnus. You know that he wants it. He's trying to farm it in the bottom lane right now. They're going to need it to try and stave off a push from no Busk, no GG. With having the Ophelia powerhouse. The staff is incoming on Pebbles. He has the glowstone plus one of the other 3 pieces that he needs. We have a finished Searing Light on Monkey King. Fantastic item pickup. Things have slowed down, but Pebbles going in on Geomancer just finds a quick kill. Geomancer under the cover of that ward stands no chance. Only 700 max HP. Sorry, bud. Pebbles is going to take you out every time. And now it's Pebbles and Kraken finding a quick kill onto Deadwood. And that's a 2-for-0 exchange. Just 2 quick picks. If Ophelia can get into the top lane, this is probably a Rax, but who knows? Maybe she'll try to go for the mid tower instead. Yeah, Ophelia and her creeps are here in the middle lane. Monkey King canceling the port of South Forest? I thought he would. I thought he would drop the Wanjin Slam on South Forest there at the bottom room, but Pebbles finding another kill on Geomancer. Geomancer just doesn't stand a chance this game against this farm Pebbles. Busk no GG, really just driving home the point that they did not want to have to endure another 60-minute match. Just taking such a commanding lead into this second match, and it's not even 20 minutes into the game. 19k gold lead, 19 minutes into the game. Deadwood and Magnus trying to hide together in the trees, positioned really well, but Magnus spotted out by Pebbles and Newerth. Magnus just not able to do it. Deadwood frantically punching Kraken. Nice little triple stun by Geomancer into the ulti. Monkey King gets the Undying ulti placed on him. Kraken trying to escape. Kraken is going to be able to live. No, he's not. A fantastic team fight for Backdoor Protocol. A buyback on Kraken. It's a hat trick for South Forest. Okay. Okay. Backdoor Protocol lessening the lead. Kraken is here with smoke though. Geomancer certainly going to die. Gets quickly splashed down by Kraken. And now Stunlock coming out from South Forest. Onto South Forest rather. And Newerth going to assist with the port. And they're going to keep the pressure up. Making another go at this tier 2 tower. Probably going to end up falling. Pebbles with the staff now.
The Legion have destroyed a Hellborn tower.
Yeah, this is a scary situation for Backdoor Protocol. I mean, they brought it back a little bit with that team fight, but that buyback from Kraken was well used. All of the tier 2 towers are out now, and they have no tier 3 tower in the top lane. With this Staff of the Master picked up on Pebbles, that's that's it. That's the sound I'm making. Ugh, right? It's just one of those situations. Really, really tough to come back from, especially if your Torturer gets picked off in the top lane. Newerth though with the quad stun, the clutch quad stun. Is he going to be able to make it to his team in the meantime? They see him. They see the sonar revealing him. The quad stun allowing him to escape. That was really, really beautiful. Backdoor Protocol just not catching a break this game. Opting not to go all the way in on the racks yet. Here we go. Now they're starting to head in. And the time really is now, before Magnus has a portal key. Don't allow Magnus to get the ideal Lava Surge eruption. Make him work for it. You can wait all day. If you can just get some creeps on that barracks, Pebbles can just group toss onto it. There it is. Racks at half HP. If the racks fall here, the game is all but finished, I would say. Just waiting for the next wave. You know, Ophelia, so close to a finished idol. Probably could have waited just a little bit for an idol, but I guess maybe just deciding to try and gin up the gold right here. He only needs about 150. They'll just keep the pressure, prevent Backdoor Protocol from being able to farm up some of these essential items, like that much-needed portal key on Magnus. But Magnus and Torture flanking from the side with smoke, but Torture gets revealed. Kraken is going to find a Tsunami charge into the wall there. Solos Torture very, very quickly. Sate is going to find a quick kill onto Geomancer, as he has a habit of doing at this point. South Forest very, very tanky, but forced to run away. And so now it's a 3-for-1 exchange, but the racks fall as well. And, you know, I would say Sate and Pebbles is happy with that trade. Happy to give up his life. Because the barracks, they don't respawn. And so, what's the plan next? Probably going into the bottom lane as 5. Just letting the creeps do their work with the auto push in the top lane, just doing the exact same style of play in the bottom lane. The barrier idol is here on Ophelia. We've got the Souls Borg on Kraken. We've got the huge armor stack on Salforus. Salforus trying to be a frontliner, but you know, it doesn't really work if your teammates try to flank, and unfortunately their plan just gets thwarted. We have some smokes popped by Backdoor Protocol, trying to make a play on the Legion side before they get close to the barracks. But the jig is up, all the smokes are broken. And Kraken is the one that smoked, going in from the side. Going to get portal keyed on, but finds the portal key onto Geo, but... And the toss combo from Pebbles is going to kill Geomancer super fast. Kraken ends up going down. We have Torture finding his way in the front lines, finding a death. Magmus just getting dropped so quickly by Magmus and Pebbles. And now it's only 2 heroes alive to try and save this barracks versus an Ophelia Pebbles push. I think it's safe to say that this might be the match right here. This barracks is going to fall very quickly. The mid push is right nearby. Lord Salforus with a very interesting Armor of the Mad Mage pickup. Pebbles gets Falcon Punched by Deadwood. The group chuck comes out. Deadwood able to live, not able to live. Pebbles very, very low. But Monkey King, just too much sustained damage at this point. And Torture just gets sniped out by the Nymphoro stun. Busk no GG, looking very, very excellent in this second match. Not grouped up again. I guess Ophelia probably lost all of his creeps. Just going to go look for some more. A finished Dawnbringer on Monkey King, who also has the completed Shrunken Head. Failed to mention that one. There's just so many items. So many items at Busk no GG's disposal. It just feels impossible for Backdoor Protocol to win. But I mean, this is match point. They're forced to play this out until it's very clear that they have no ability to win. Pebbles. The combo onto Magmus. Magmus is just going to stun Pebble. Magmus trying to juke and jive with Lava Surge. Able to live. The massive group chuck is going to deal so much damage, but Pebbles is going to end up falling. But Monkey King is here with strong sustained damage. Trying to put some damage into Salforus, but Salforus is too tanky. Has to switch targets on the Torture, who falls but finds that kill on Kraken. And there was a buyback on Pebbles, so Pebbles is back. And now it's just Salforus trying to stay alive versus 4. And you're tanky, Salforus, but not that tanky. And it's a genocide, and now the barracks is under fire. There's the CC vote. It goes through, and Busk no GG is the victor of this best of 3 series over Backdoor Protocol in a commanding fashion. Ends that game with a huge, huge lead.